Well, Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia among adults ages 65 and older, impacting millions of Americans. Today, we're learning about early Alzheimer's disease and the diagnosis and treatment of it.
That's right, and we're speaking with patient Doyle Smith and his dementia care specialist, Dr. Shaw, to tell us about their experience. So thank y'all for joining us here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Of course.
Yes, of course. So what is early Alzheimer's disease and how do you know it's not typical aging?
We are happy to be here today in partnership with ASI and Biogen to talk about this early disease. So what early Alzheimer's disease means, refers to mild cognitive impairment or MCI, and also refers to mild dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. And it's not normal aging because, yes, changes can happen in both as we age. But in case of early Alzheimer's disease, the changes are rapid and it progresses rapidly. Just to give you some examples, it can be repeating the same story again and again, or it can be forgetting not just appointment once in a while, but important appointments frequently. And as the disease progresses, it can affect daily chores, meaning I can't do my finances anymore I used to do on my own. It can affect that I can't cook alone. I need my recipes, even though I have done that recipe multiple times. So it can start affecting your day-to-day life.
Okay, interesting. And Doyle, can you tell us a little bit about your journey to an early Alzheimer's disease diagnosis, and maybe what were your first symptoms?
Well, my first symptoms was I had trouble staying organized and on schedule. That's very uncharacteristic for me. I'd spent a career as a teacher, principal, and superintendent. It was very important that I keep track of things and when I needed to do them to make sure I got them done. My wife and I talked about it with assistance from my daughters, and then we decided to go in to visit our doctor, and she in turn sent us to Dr. Shaw, who confirmed my early Alzheimer's disease diagnosis and started me on Leqembi. I'm glad to be on Leqembi. It helps me to continue to enjoy family time. I'm able to do virtually everything I did before in terms of playing golf. I teach Sunday school class when we do a lot of traveling and things like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. You were able to get that early diagnosis, so that way you're able to continue to enjoy these things. So Dr. Shaw, why is it important to diagnose Alzheimer's disease so early?
Yeah, prompt diagnosis is extremely important for multiple things. For one, that people can, like Doyle mentioned, they can plan their life better rather than worry about what's going to happen. And then they have choice and plan for hopefully getting treatment like Leqembi. And Leqembi then luckily slows down the process, as Doyle mentioned, and continue to enjoy their day-to-day life.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I know you're mentioning Leqembi, so tell us a little bit more detail about how exactly does Leqembi work for those that might need to get on it.
Yeah, Leqembi is a infusion. It's an IV drug. It's approved by U.S. Food and Drug Administration. It acts by both removing the amyloid plaque from the brain, but also removes and works on the toxic proteins which are built up in the brain of people with Alzheimer's disease. So it's called dual acting, meaning it removes the plaque, but also removes the toxins. And by removing this toxic protein, it keeps the brain cell functioning more longer time, which usually would not happen even after those plaques are removed. So it's got dual action, whereby it slows down the process significantly.
It's interesting that there's something that can help so much with that, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Doyle, can you just share a little bit more about your treatment experience with Leqembi?
Okay, well, since starting Leqembi, have not seen much decline, but I continue to see Dr. Shaw, and I'm thankful to still be golfing. I read, I've taught Sunday school class, my wife and I do traveling, but these have been my results, and of course, everyone's different.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you're able to still do so many of the things that you love. That's so fun.
Yes.
So Dr. Shaw, where can people go to learn more about Leqembi and early Alzheimer's?
There is a wonderful website, very simple to go to. It's leqembi.com, which is LEQEMBI.com. It's got a lot of good information, talks about safety, talks about when to start, who are the right patients to start, how the follow-up happens. So go to the website. It's for all levels. If you're a patient with early diagnosis, it's for the caregivers, for the primary care providers, for neurologists, and a lot more information can be obtained there, or your primary care providers, your physicians, your doctors can provide also.
All right, interesting. Yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out. Lots of good information today. Thank y'all so much for telling us about your experience and just the treatment and diagnosis about early Alzheimer's. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes, of course, of course. And stick around, guys. We'll be right back.
Stay alert with the